Hey friend, it's Laura. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working in my 2019 Happy Memory Planner. And I'm really excited about this, mostly because I need to be sharing these videos. I've done a couple of weeks in my memory planner that I haven't yet shared. I've just had so many videos that have been coming out and so many things I've been working on. These videos have not been a huge priority to me, but they're important to share because I shared at the end of last year, the beginning of this year, that I wasn't doing Project Life anymore, and this is what I was replacing it with. And I was hoping that this would be the holy grail of chronological daily memory keeping. And I was hoping that this new way of doing it would help me stay up to date. And I found that that is actually not the case. While it is less time consuming than Project Life, it still does take a lot of time. And I have been putting off catching up in my album for a big reason. And that was that in the second week of January, I went to the Philippines, and it was my first time ever leaving the country, ever going on an international trip, and I was so excited. I took a bajillion photos, and I just knew that this was going to be a really big project for me. It was going to be a big week to catch up on. I was going to have to add inserts into this week's spread. I wasn't sure what size photos I wanted to do for what photos and how many decorative elements I wanted to add. And I knew it was going to be a big undertaking, so I put it off. And finally did it, and I'm working on catching up, and now I've got to share these videos with you. So this is week 2 of 2019, the second week of January. And as I said, an international trip. I'm so excited about this. And I really love how these pages came together, actually. I wasn't sure how it was going to work because I had so many photos to include, but I did remember that on my first week of January, and there is a process video for that week if you want to check out my channel and go find that for my memory planning, that these spreads actually can fit way more photos than you think that they can fit. So they've actually got 21 different spaces for all of your different photos there, 3 different photo spaces for each day or journaling spaces, whatever you want to do with them. And then I also added 2 of these inserts here. And you can see the one that I'm working on right now has 4 3x4 spots, 2 4x6 spots, and 6 2x2 spots for photos. And that includes the front and the back of that insert. And you can see that most of what I put in there are photos. And then I'm adding another one, and this is a smaller sized insert for the Classic Happy Planner, so it doesn't take up the full size of a page in this big memory planner, but it just includes a spot for 2 4x6 photos front and back, so 4 4x6 photos total. And I hope all of these numbers are not throwing you for a loop. I just realized that was kind of tongue twistery on the brain. A brain twister, is that a thing? Makes you think a little bit. That was a lot of numbers thrown out there. Anyway, now that I have added those 2 inserts, I feel like I've got a good handle on where all of my photographs are going to go. And this trip did go into the second week of January. So you could see that there are some photos on the right side of the video here on my desk still. And if they don't end up in this week's spread, they will end up in next week's spread because we didn't leave the Philippines until the next week. So once I get my photos in the spots where I think they're going to be, I flip through some Project Life cards. I pull out that white one with the blue writing, and it says destination, and you can check off if you're going to the beach or the mountains and all that different stuff. And I add that into my only 3x4 pocket on this spread that does not have a photo in it. And then there was a 3x4 really pretty teal colored passport illustration Project Life card, and I cut that down to fit into these boxes for the Happy Planner that are about 2 by 3 inches if I'm correct, or it's like 1.9 inches by 3.2 inches. I don't know, something like that. The boxes are a really weird size and I haven't quite figured it out totally. What I do to print them off is I crop them down to the widescreen setting, the 16 by 9 ratio setting on my computer, and then I size them to be about 2 by 3 inches and I print them off. And sometimes they end up a little bit bigger than my boxes and I have to cut them down. Sometimes they end up a little smaller than my boxes. And it seems like that ratio isn't quite right because you could see all my photographs here are like the perfect width for the Happy Planner boxes, but they're a little bit shorter than the Happy Planner boxes. But I didn't care too much. I was just going for ease and whatever would be the quickest way to get this down onto the page. But once I get all my photos down, regardless of whatever size they are, I start embellishing. And you can see I am just grabbing so many stickers here from so many different sticker packs. I have so many sticker books from past years and so many old stickers that I cannot wait to use doing this form of memory keeping this year. And I'm hoping to use up tons of them. So I really work on that in this spread. And here you will see I actually had put down a label on that selfie of me in the bottom right corner of the left-hand page here. And I had stamped on a clear label sticker and smudged that ink. And if you were watching, you could see there were like black smudges all on that corner of that handwritten box there on the first column of the left-hand page. And what I did to cover that up was just grabbed a ton of those long, skinny phrase stickers and just layered them all up on top of each other into a stack. And that covered up that smudge. And then I took off the clear label sticker on that selfie that I had and pulled that off. Thankfully, it came up really easily and I just put a different sticker down. And now I'm filling in all of this layout with tons and tons of handwriting here. Lots of journaling to include. I didn't write too much. I guess the spaces are so little. I didn't write everything that I had to write, like all the little things I wanted to remember about the trip or where we stayed, all that stuff. But I did get to include a lot, and I am doing lots of traditional scrapbooking for this trip as well. So I'll have more journaling on those pages to remind me of extra details that did not fit into this spread. And then I finish off my page with doing a doodle border, just a hand-drawn border. I call it a doodly border because that's what Adele from Inky Quill on YouTube calls it. And I love the name. The pages have a lot going on them. So much journaling, lots of stickers, lots of photographs. And I feel like the hand-drawn border just helps contain it all so it looks like it fits within the space that it's supposed to. And I don't know, just kind of makes it look finished and whole. So I like how that brings the page together. And then I had that giant photograph that I included on the right-hand page of this spread that I super love. It spans the whole width of that page there. And I just put some more stickers on top of there. You can see all the stickers here as I flip through all of these different pages for week 2 of 2019. I've got 2 different pocket inserts there that I put larger photos into. And then I've got my 2 pages of the week that are actually came in the memory planner that I filled up with all the journaling and stickers and photographs. And I really like how this turned out here. I wasn't sure of the best way to show you the close up. The page protectors for the pocket pages tend to be really reflective, so I kind of took them out to show you, and then I put them back in, and just showing you what the different pages look like. Obviously, with the inserts, there's a lot more going on, but when I take the inserts out, these 2 base pages for this week look so good together, and I think they actually don't look too overwhelming. Now, we went to a wedding in the Philippines, so that's what the wedding pictures included here are. And then there's tons of family photos as well. We went with my partner's family since it was one of his family members that got married. And lots of pictures here, pictures of the beaches we went to, and pictures of the wedding, pictures of just regular vacation stuff, more pictures of beaches and all the palm trees and the mountains in the background. So many pretty things. I just loved all the photos and all the memories, and this was such a cool trip, and I was so glad to have this form of memory keeping to kind of write down the outline of the week. And this will help too for when I go in the future to make traditional layouts of this trip, since I will be working on it for a while. It'll help me to go back and see the summary of the week so I can remember what we did on each day and all that good stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at week 2 in my 2019 Happy Memory Planner. If you want to get crafty with me, check out my crafty e-courses down below. They will help you document your story, get creative, start scrapbooking, doing project life, all of that great stuff. If you want to help support my channel, leave me a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. Again, check out my crafty e-courses. I really create them from a place of heart and love for memory keeping and wanting to help you get creative and tell your stories. So check those out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, friends.